What's the most unforgivable thing a teacher ever did? My math teacher sabotaged my college chances and destroyed my father's career after I caught her changing grades for money. I was a senior in high school when I noticed something odd. Kids who barely showed up to class were getting perfect scores on tests they never took. Not just in my class, in every section of advanced math that Mrs. Peterson taught. One day, I stayed late to make up a quiz I'd missed. That's when I saw her at her desk, editing grades in the computer system. A stack of cash sat next to her keyboard. She quickly closed the program when she noticed me. The next week, Tommy Marshall, who slept through every class, got an A+ on the midterm. The same midterm I'd studied weeks for, and got a B. Something wasn't right. I started paying attention. Every Friday, certain students would slip envelopes onto her desk. The following Monday, their grades would mysteriously improve. My dad was the school district's IT director. I told him what I'd seen. He checked the system logs and found hundreds of unauthorized grade changes from Mrs. Peterson's computer. He reported it to the principal with proof. 3 days later, they fired Mrs. Peterson. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The next morning, my college acceptance letter arrived. Full scholarship to MIT, my dream school. I'd worked my whole life for this. That afternoon, Mrs. Peterson emailed MIT's admissions office. She claimed I'd cheated on my SATs and hacked the school's grading system to improve my scores. She attached doctored screenshots as evidence. MIT rescinded my acceptance and scholarship. Every backup school I'd applied to did the same. My perfect academic record was destroyed overnight, but she wasn't done. She told the school board my dad had helped me hack the system, that he'd been changing grades for years. They suspended him without pay pending investigation. We couldn't afford a lawyer. My college fund went to paying our mortgage after Dad lost his job. Mom had to pick up extra nursing shifts just to keep the lights on. Mrs. Peterson got another teaching job 2 districts over. Meanwhile, my dad couldn't even get interviews. Schools wouldn't touch him with an ongoing investigation on his record. I was working as a grocery store cashier when I ran into Tommy Marshall. He was drunk and feeling guilty. He told me everything. Mrs. Peterson had been running her grade-changing scheme for years. Students paid $500 for an A, but she had proof they'd paid her. Photos, text messages, bank transfers. When my dad caught her, she threatened to expose all the students unless they backed up her story. Their wealthy parents pressured the school board to drop the investigation. I took Tommy's confession to a local reporter. She spent months investigating, tracking down other students who'd paid for grades. The story broke on local news, then national. Dozens of students came forward. Mrs. Peterson had made over $200,000 changing grades. The school board found emails proving she'd fabricated evidence against my dad. They cleared his name and gave him back pay for the whole suspension. MIT investigated and reversed their decision, but I didn't accept. Instead, I enrolled at Stanford on a full scholarship. They'd reached out after seeing my story on the news. Last week, Mrs. Peterson pleaded guilty to fraud charges. As they let her out of court, she looked me in the eye and said, "You ruined my life." I replied, "No, you ruined your own life. I just exposed the truth." My dad's the superintendent now. He implemented new security measures so no teacher can change grades without oversight. I'm graduating Stanford next month. Mrs. Peterson will still be in prison when I finish my PhD.